Today, I'm going to be breaking down the keys and everything AJ Preller needs to do to make this offseason perfect and create a World Series winning team. How's it going, everyone? My name is Friar. Welcome back to another video where today I'm going to be showing you guys the keys of what we need to do to finish out this offseason so we can win the World Series in 2023. At this very moment, the Padres have made two moves. We re-signed Nick Martinez, and we also happen to re-sign Robert Suarez. Both of them would be in my perfect agenda, so that fits out very well. Now let's go ahead and hop into what we need to do to make this team a World Series winning team. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and discuss the superstar. I think Preller's going to add one more superstar. I think he sees this lineup as a team where if he can jump on the superstar, he's going to make that happen. Now I'm going to go ahead and give you guys four options for superstars. Shohei Ohtani, Ronald Acuna Jr., Corbin Burns, and last but not least, Bryan Reynolds. Yeah, I'm not crazy over Bryan Reynolds, but I think DeGrom can maybe make a push to come to San Diego. I think there's going to be a superstar on the way to San Diego. That's the first thing I want to kick off this video saying before you guys come at me by putting these guys in the thumbnails. I think there's a legit chance that these people that I put in the thumbnail can come to San Diego. I think there's a great opportunity that they may come to San Diego, and that's why I put them on this list. Now we're going to go and hop into more of the mid-tier players that could come to San Diego. So first of all, I'm going to adjust this based on issues in the team. I think we have holes in the corner outfield, which is kind of weird because you have Juan Soto and Tatis who can play corner outfield. But if we're going to go ahead and ignore that, we're going to say center field, first base, DH, starting pitching, and one more reliever is what we need. So let's go and hop into this. So first of all, starting out in center field, this is my option, and this is going to drive people crazy. But if we get Cody Bellinger, I think the props and the upside, just everything about Cody Bellinger screams yes for me. I'm a humongous Cody Bellinger fan. Now, yes, he's came off of mediocre seasons. I think if you give him a change of scenery, a 1-year, $15 million contract max, he has the opportunity to be 2019 Bellinger. And if you're putting 2019 Bellinger on a team that has Tatis, Soto, and Machado, watch out. Adding that guy to the big three would create a big four. So I'm going to take a flyer on Bellinger. That is the first thing I'm going to do. Now the second thing I'm going to do, and we're going to go ahead and hop to first base, is that first base, this is a tough position. What are you going to necessarily do here? First base is really tough. And, you know, we just had Rizzo come off the market, and that was my guy. Rizzo was my guy. But now that Rizzo's gone, I'm going to go ahead and re-sign Josh Bell. I hold that very tentatively, but I don't know what else is a better option at this very moment than re-signing Josh Bell. I think Josh Bell's a great baseball player, but there's better options out there in the world. If you try to make a trade, I don't know. I like Josh Bell. Josh Bell, you know, he's a guy that has had a terrible stretch in San Diego, and it's a guy that I would love to see improvement from. One can hope he improves, but I just got to go with Josh Bell. I don't know why, just in my gut, I'm saying Josh Bell is the best option at this very moment. Unless something else comes up, I'm going to go with Josh Bell. Now we're going to go ahead and talk about the DH, and the DH is a little bit funky here. The DH is a position where you can throw anyone at DH. You know, you want someone that can hit, and this guy can play great defense. He plays corner outfield, so I think you could slot him in there and even DH Juan Soto instead of him, and that's going to be Hunter Renfroe. Now I'm going to let you guys go ahead and digest that real quick. I know Hunter Renfroe is a completely random name. I think Hunter Renfroe is a guy that nobody is expecting to come back to San Diego, but he's possibly coming back to San Diego. If you throw Hunter Renfroe in the pot, I'm down with that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say this. I'm going to give a couple more per position, and I'm just going to say Hunter Renfroe can play a couple of positions. Reliever-wise, relievers are tough, and I think honestly, you find some random guy from the Japanese league like Preller's been doing, so I'm just going to leave it at that. Now we're going to go ahead and circle back to starters, and the starter that I want is Kodai Senga, who's a guy we've talked about on the show a bit, and we've talked about in the YouTube videos. Kodai Senga's a baller. He's a great pitcher. He has a great fastball. He has a great forkball. This is a great pitcher, and it's a guy that I really want. now. All right, last but not least, we're going to throw in some of the lower tier guys, the guys that are versatile and could come up big for the Padres. The lower tier guys for me are going to be Yandy Diaz, who's probably going to be traded fairly soon from the Rays. If you look at this guy's baseball Savion page and you're into that type of stuff, you're going to be in heaven. It's red everywhere. This guy can hit the baseball. He had a falling out with the team. It's very publicly known. And I think he's on his way out. And it's very publicly known he's on his way out. And I think he's the guy that San Diego should take a chance on. He could be, if you happen to miss out on Brandon Drury, he could be a great option to replace Brandon Drury. Now, we're going to move on to another Ray, and that's Manuel Margot for the center field option. Manuel Margot is an elite option. I think he's more polished off than where he was when he left San Diego, and a better baseball player all around. Now, to throw in a couple more options into the mix, you could see maybe a Joey Gallo, someone around that realm, possibly come to San Diego. These are just some of the lower tier players. I think there's a lot of lower tier options. Drew Smiley, Jose Quintana. I would consider these guys low tier options. And you know what? Pete Seidler said we're not spending. Do I believe him? No, I believe he's going to spend a lot of money. But I'm just saying, based off of that, these guys could be very useful because they're not bad baseball players by any stretch. They're just undervalued to the public eye. But that's all the players I want to list off in this video. Comment down below any players you'd like to see on the San Diego Padres in 2023. Thank you guys so much for watching, and peace.
305 to the 619, baby. Let's go. Let's go, San Diego. Live that shit up, San Diego. Let's fucking go. Woo! It's our fucking house.
Hey.
It's our house right here, baby. Let's go.
I love it. I love it. Hey, Manny.